Hey everyone, it's Sunflower Spirit here, and I'm here to do a new moon in Pisces reading for you. So I thought I'd take my Depths of the Sea Oracle deck. Pisces can be like a little bit in your feels, but it doesn't always have to be in a bad way because sometimes it's like getting that stuff out that we need to work out. But let's see what the energy is for the collective for this new moon in Pisces today. What is the energy for everybody for the new moon in Pisces, please? We have sunset, slowing down. Yeah. So I feel like maybe where there is clarity, maybe it's like asking you to kind of like go deep, dark within. It could also be like, where you're seeing, maybe not seeing the light, maybe you're coming to the close of a cycle or something like that. Um, but let's see what else we have here for everybody. What is this new moon in Pisces energy for everybody? We have waterfall, go with the flow. Yeah, absolutely. So there's some sort of changes. I feel like these changes are really visceral changes. They're like deep within you, like soul changes. I don't know too. This is coming through too, and I hate to say this, but somebody here could be like entering some sort of dark night of the soul, which like isn't really like a bad thing. It sounds scary, but it's just like with the sunset, maybe there's something that you need to go within, like some hermit time or something. But there is a lot of transformation happening. There's supposed to be like some really, big transformation. They're saying go with the flow for all this. What else do we have? We have parent conversations. Um, So be a little, because parents kind of like remind me of like gossiping just because they can repeat stuff, and sometimes, when they repeat it, it's like out of context, or, it sounds kind of funny. So just be careful about who you're like sharing all your deep dark stuff with and sharing your transformation with. Not everybody is for you in this lifetime. Fishing, searching. Yeah, so I feel like you're doing some soul searching. I feel like there's some like deep contemplation going. Like I said, I'm getting um hermit kind of vibes, like Virgo kind of vibes, so kind of like taking some time to go within, and you are there's some conversations that you're having that could be transforming, but also just be careful who you're kind of like telling your business to. Um, and also needed to kind of maybe take a break from like interactions with people or interactions that haven't like gone well in the past. So I'm just going to put these over to the side and let's pull some tarot and see what else is coming in for everybody for this new moon in Pisces. So I'm going to take my fairy tarot because Pisces is very, I know it's like watery, but to me it feels like, I don't know, very like daydreamy and stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's just where I have certain placements. Though I don't really know if I have Pisces in mine. Okay. So what is the message for everybody for this new moon in Pisces, please? Show me the messages. What's coming in for everybody? We have Nine of Spring. So this is like the Nine of Wands. Protect the fruits of your labors. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. Environmental conservation. Okay, yeah. So the fight isn't quite over yet. There's a lot of hope here. Like you've kind of really gone through some sort of process, and maybe there's something like happening that it's not quite over. That's what I was getting with the sunset card. But keep fighting the good fight. Keep like the energy up as much as you can. I know Nine of Wands is kind of like an energy of like, oh my goodness, I'm so tired. And I feel like too, I don't know like where you're at in the world, but we had like the daylight savings time change where I'm at in the world, and it is awful. So you could be feeling like a little exhausted, but they're saying like push through. So what else do we have for everybody? We have unity, which is like the Hierophant. So it says, do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritually minded community. So this is like a learning lesson. Again, there's going to be something that might be a little more challenging. You're like just on the cusp of like ending whatever cycle this is or whatever it is that you're working on here. You're going to have some changes. This is going to change you, like change your worldview. It's going to change you spiritually. It's going to change you emotionally, and you might get even some newer insights about things. And this is all supposed to happen for you. Do the right thing for the right reason. So it's kind of like asking you to kind of like look at what maybe your traditional values have been, and is there any way that you can modify those, change those, accommodate for those. So let's see what else we have for everyone for this new moon in Pisces. What does everyone need to know, please? We have Ace of Summer. So this is like the Ace of Cups. So there's a beginning, a new fulfilling beginning with this new moon in Pisces. It says, open your heart to love. Sorry, I forgot to show you guys. Open your heart to love, the beginning of a new intimate relationship or the rebirth of a current one, the awakening of a psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. Yeah, this was what I kind of picking up on when we got the sunset. Something There's something internal that's going on, and then we got the waterfall, and then we got on the back we got the fishing, so kind of like searching within. What else do we have? So new beginnings, something fulfilling potentially could be love, but it doesn't always have to be. Like my Ace of Cups card it can be love, but it's also just kind of like that spiritual growth and development that you have that's like really fulfilling. So it doesn't have to be that. It can be though, and it can be part of that too. What does everyone need to know for this new moon in Pisces? We have Three of Summer. So Three of Cups. News we're celebrating, announcements such as weddings, graduations, or births, friends you cherish. So a lot of good times. So they're saying your hard work isn't for nothing. Like you might feel like you're kind of like on your last, you know, the last of your patience or perseverance, but they're saying continue to persevere, because really, like, they're saying there's a lot of hope here. Like if you continue to don't forget to take care of yourself. There is a lot of luck here. I see a lot of hope, a lot of healing here, and your friends are there to support you, or your support group, your support family, your support team, your tribe. What else does everyone need to know for this new moon in Pisces? We have the Empress, time to take action, the power of creativity, success that allows for a life of luxury. Okay, yeah. So a lot of like Venus energy coming through, like right here in the center, I have, an abundance of Venus energy. So there's something here where you're learning about like your self-worth and your self-fulfillment, and how it all relates to what it is that you're doing, and how it all relates to how you give yourself patience and how you take time for yourself. Um, and so that's huge. Like it's also about like grounding. So really try to like ground yourself. Sometimes that Pisces energy can be kind of like that um, you know, disassociation or like head in the clouds kind of thing. And so really just taking the time to ground yourself. Like it's not that you have bad ideas or that you shouldn't like pay attention to whatever it is that you're daydreaming about or fantasizing about, but grounding can help keep you like in reality too, so that you can manifest whatever those dreams are. Um, so what else do we have for everyone for this new moon in Pisces, please? We have the Lovers. Wow. True love that is long lasting. Choices made from the heart, a return to good health. So yeah. So kind of have this, they're saying you have the choice, but really I'm not seeing, I mean, sometimes this card is the choice and it was originally called the choice, but for this one I am seeing like emotionally fulfilling. Something's happening here. There was even one, didn't we get one about like weddings or something? Or yeah, this one, Three of Summer. So there is something going on, and with this Unity, Empress, and the Lovers, it looks like there's a lot of like grounding here and a lot of learning, possibly learning about your connections with others, your love relationships or romantic relationships, or just relationships in general that you find emotionally fulfilling. And so possibly a new beginning with that for somebody here. There is a new beginning here for somebody with that. Keep persevering though with this um, Nine of Spring or Nine of Wands, and that's also like they're saying there's a lot of hope here, and a lot of hope like in your friends, a lot of hope going with the flow, like the waterfall that we got earlier. What does everyone need to know for this new moon in Pisces, please? What does everyone need to know for the new moon in Pisces? Seven of Winter. There's a better choice, not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. So this is like the Seven of Swords. So I feel like there's a better choice. So maybe there is a choice here with this Lover's card. And so maybe there's something that you're working on where you really need to kind of like contemplate, bounce ideas off your friends and really try to figure out like, is this something that I continue doing or is this not? Also, this could just be your thoughts getting in the way because I do have other mercurial energy here. So don't deceive yourself. Don't, there could be some like sneaky energy here too. And I want to say something about a friend. Wasn't there something here? Oh, yeah, we got the parrot card. And the parrot was saying conversations. So there's some sort of like deceptive, sneaky energy here where it looks like it could be a friend or someone disguised as a friend. And so don't, before you like give everything to where you're like totally gonna burn yourself out, which would be like the 10 of spring, because the 9 to the 10, that would be that burnout energy, that um, burdensome energy. Make sure that you're grounding yourself and you're really thinking this through. You're really doing your research with this unity. You're really trying to figure out the situation for what it is, rather than just taking it at face value. That's what they're saying. I wouldn't worry about the Seven of Winter though, even though it is the Seven of Swords. It's not always a bad card because it just could mean that there's like a miscommunication, or there's some sort of like divergent type thinking, or like diverse thinking thought process or something like that. What else do we have for everyone for this new moon in Pisces, please? We have the Two of Winter. Indecision is holding you back. Make the choice that's best for you rather than trying to please others. Feeling trapped between the intellectual and emotional. Okay, so I feel like, I hate to say this, but there's somebody here who has someone who is kind of like emotionally manipulative, so just watch out for that. And I think that's what that Seven of Winter is too. So with the Two of Winter and the Seven of Winter, it's not really like this is bad or anything. It's just kind of like a caution thing where it's like, just pay attention to who you're talking to. Like I said with the parrot, like not everybody is for you, like make sure that the conversations that you want to have are, if everybody knew, um, what you were saying to these other people, it would be okay with you. Because it looks like there's maybe a gossiper or somebody who doesn't have like your best interest at heart. And so you need to, they're saying like, take charge of that decision, charge of that decision process. But I see this like potential for a really great outcome because with this Empress here, um, it's showing me that like, whatever you choose to do, there's huge potential for this to go. You're going to remain grounded. You're going to be remain in your heart-centered space, with your heart chakra. It's not going to be a blockage for you. So there is a decision here, possibly more than one decision, that you kind of need to really assess who you're dealing with. And so I don't know exactly, what your specific situation is, but it looks like this could be someone that's in your friend group, in or around the group that you like hang out with the most, or family or whoever it is, people that you're close to. It looks like there's somebody here who kind of like you might have a disagreement with, over the course of the next couple weeks or so. And it might be something where you find out some information about somebody that is like a little bit disappointing because you found out that they were not, keeping, maintaining their integrity. So what else do we have for this new moon in Pisces, please? We have Seven of Summer. No more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Yeah, what? I cannot make this up, you guys. Confusion that arises from overanalyzing options. So yeah, don't like freak out about it with this Two of Winter and this Seven of Winter. They're just like, you already know what to do. You already know what to do. Go do that. And they're showing you that like you have your chakras aligned with this rainbow, which means that you are making choices that you can live with, right? So when we are aligned, we're making those choices where we're like talking the talk, but we're also going to walk the walk. It's not just like we're saying stuff and then we're doing something different. We're in total complete alignment. So you do have options here. There's different ways that you could go about this, but they're saying do your research, ground yourself, keep your heart center open, your heart chakra, heart center open, And pay attention to people who might not be for you. And there's always clues. With this Seven of Winter, they're showing me that you have the intellect, whoever this is for, you have the intellect to know, to figure out, to determine, to discern who is for you and who is not for you. We have the Princess of Spring on the back of the deck. Oh, sorry about that glare. Um, Optimistic, enthusiastic, creative, energetic. It's time to go after your dreams, do something that expands your horizons, let your creativity take flight. So this is like the page of wands. And so I always get like inner child energy, but this is a very like inspired or charismatic type of energy where this you have these like childhood dreams that you're going after. I do see a lot of that in here. Stay the course with a nine of spring, with a nine of wands. Make sure that you're persevering to the end through this. Make sure that you're making a good decision. And how you make a good decision is by being in alignment, being grounded, and doing your research. Figuring out what are your values. You can't make good decisions without knowing what your values are. So the Hierophant always teaches us like if we don't know what our values are, we can never have this chakra alignment because how do you know if you make good decisions if you don't even know what your value system is? So really pay attention to that. Okay. That's really good. It's pretty clear cut, but I know you guys like the clarify. So I will clarify and see if there's anything else that comes out that could be helpful or that could give you insight into your situation. But if this is your story, you know it's for you. I don't have to convince you of that. Nobody does. Um, it will make sense. So, show me. Let's clarify these cards, please, and show me. What is the energy? Give me more information for everybody for this new moon in Pisces today. What is this Nine of Spring? Show me more about this Nine of Spring. What kind of insight do you have for us on this Nine of Spring? We have the King of Cups, emotional mastery. So, and this one kind of like, I wasn't sure if it was in the reverse, emotional um, immaturity or emotional mastery. So they're just saying, because, with this feeling where you're getting to the point of being burned out, just make sure that you're like, again, aligning yourself with those emotions and that you are making good emotional decisions, especially in your communication with others. Very important for this. Whatever it is that you're feeling burned out with, whatever it is that you're like, oh my gosh, when is this going to be over? It's almost over. I promise you, it's almost over. They're saying just make sure that you have integrity with how you're emotionally expressing yourself. So no reactivity, no reactiveness. Think before you speak. Feel before you speak. What is this unity for everyone for this new moon in Pisces, please? We have the sun. Radiant energy. Yeah. So they're saying if you get clear on your values, kind of what I was saying, you're going to liberate yourself. There's something here that you still need to learn. So you're still learning something. There's going to be a huge lesson that you learn that comes from this, ending this cycle with this nine here. Really have a lot of like potential here for a positive outcome. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. What else do we have? What is this Ace of Summer for everyone for this new moon in Pisces energy? What's this Ace of Summer about? The moon. Subconscious. Yeah, so there's something here that like we're again with a decision with the moon. There's something here where like you are getting subconscious hits. You could be dreaming about things, you could be seeing numbers, you could be hearing things or seeing things over. You could be hearing, specific pieces of songs that come out. You're basically getting mental clarity on some sort of fulfillment, something that fulfills you, and some sort of new beginning because you're ending this cycle and you're getting some sort of clarity on, what is this new beginning. I think it's interesting that we have the sun and the moon right next to each other for clarification because that shows me that there is kind of like this dualistic quality, which we have seen. We have the lovers here, we have the two of winter here. We've kind of seen this dualistic quality of like, there is a decision here, and also like paying attention to emotions, paying attention to thoughts. Um, so that's really interesting to me. So you could be feeling like you're in this really uncomfortable in between space. And Carl Jung called that the tension of opposites. And it's really uncomfortable in that space. But you know what happens in that space? Healing happens in that space. Learning happens in that space. Growth happens in that space. All these wonderful things that, we have to go kind of through this discomfort. We can't get the fruits. We can't reap those benefits, without having the experience of the discomfort, right? So that's kind of like the, I don't know what you would call it, dualism or whatever. What's this 3 of summer for everyone for this new moon in Pisces energy, please? Show me about this 3 of summer for this new moon in Pisces, please. We have the devil, unhealthy patterns, and strings attached. Okay, yeah. I told you guys there's somebody in your energy who is not for you. Someone who is masquerading as a friend. If this is resonating for you, you probably think in your mind right now, you could tell me who that person is. Or maybe out of like 2 people, you can tell. I mean, there might be more than one, but somebody has some sort of unhealthy attachment, some sort of toxicity. This is a toxic relationship. This is a relationship that is like not based on aligned chakras. this is some sort of like codependent or I don't know, like energy vampire type thing. I don't know. You know your situation best, but there's somebody in your energy who's very close to you that you need to be careful of. You need to be aware of how you're talking to this person. You need to be aware of what you say to this person. You need to be aware of your thought processes around this person because they are going to take your energy. They don't care. They are going to take whatever they need and they do not care. And it's all about them. So, and this keeps coming up, and I'm sorry, I don't like to give negative messages, but this is more like just pay attention. Please pay attention to this. This is that parrot. This is somebody who gossips. If there's a person in your life who talks really poorly about everyone else except for you, you can assume that they're doing the same about you. That's how it works. So, what is this Empress energy for everyone for this new moon in Pisces, please? What is the Empress energy here for, please? Okay. We have death. Yeah, external change and internal change. So yeah, you really need to stay grounded. Why? Because you're going through this huge change. Remember when we got the waterfall here. Waterfall, go with the flow. You're going through some changes. These are the ones that came out. I think they came out like this. And then we had the fishing, searching on the back. So yeah, you are going through something. There's something that you're going through. There's some sort of change. There's something where, you're coming to the near completion of a cycle. And there's something that you have to release. And I believe there's somebody here that you got to release. Somebody in your energy that is not for you. They are not for you. They are here to teach you something, but they are not for you. You do not need to approval seek with this person. What is the lover's energy for everyone for this new moon in Pisces, please? We have the Empress, divine feminine. Yep. So again, this Venus energy, all about this feminine, divine feminine love. Gotta make this choice. So they're saying make this choice from your divine feminine love. What is your divine feminine love? That's all we've been talking about today. That, that inner process, that like, it's almost like that hermit process. The hermit might be like a little more masculine, but the Empress, the Venus energy, is going to be that feminine energy. And so it's kind of like this internal, everything that's internal, this emotional, this like subconscious, all of this stuff. You're getting, I feel like you are learning how to kind of pay more attention to your intuition, to really be more discerning about intuitive hits that you get and where they come from, how it feels in your body, stuff like that. What is the Seven of Winter for everyone for this new moon in Pisces, please? What is the Seven of Winter for this new moon in Pisces? We have the Nine of Wands, a test of faith. Yeah. The fact that I just keep having the same cards come out, like, so something's going on with a person. There's a person in your life that may or may not be, you know, for your best interest, maybe saying things behind your back, maybe gossiping, um, maybe telling you things that aren't necessarily true. And so you just have to, you're at the close to the end here. And this is a test for you. It's a test for your, well, really, it's like a learning process. I don't know if like a test, I mean, you can call it a test, whatever, but it's really your learning about, like I said, your discernment for the people in your life. What are the little subtle clues that you can tell that somebody is not going to be in your best interest, that somebody's not having your back with the things that you are expressing to them in confidence. This is a lesson that you're learning, and you're almost to the end of this lesson. Your role here is to maintain your integrity, maintain your groundedness, not let this person knock you off your, um, whatever, however you are empowered by yourself, because this is a lesson in your personal empowerment. What is this Two of Winter for everyone for this new moon in Pisces, please? Um, we have the Nine of Coins, rewards for your labor. Yeah, and look at that hawk. She's holding that hawk. It reminds me of that. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that Lady Hawk movie. It's a really old movie. It's like 70s or 80s. But anyway, so hawks are all about intuition. And the hawk eats a snake. Do you know why the hawk eats a snake? Because the snake is like very primal. The hawk is not as primal because the hawk has wings to fly. The snake slithers around on the ground, and it can it can take this like holistic perspective of from the sky to see like where the snake is slithering around, and so it can find it and it can eat it. And the snake also symbolizes that like um, the infinity symbol or the Ouroboros, where it's like a life and death process, again with the life and death process. So this is like you getting your fulfillment from this life and death process. What do you need to release? What do you need to release right now? How can you make this decision? How can you make this decision with your best integrity intact? With the hawk energy there. That's beautiful. So what is the Seven of Summer, please, for everyone for this new moon in Pisces, please? What is the Seven of Summer for, please? We have, again, Seven of Cups. Many possibilities. Yep. So yeah, this is like your journey. They're saying this is your journey. Stay in alignment. You're doing great. This is confirmation that you are doing everything that you need to be doing right now. That this is all happening. This is all panning out as it should happen. Um, so Ace of Wands, a passionate start. Yep, new beginning again. So you're almost there because this Nine of Wands, we got the Ace of Wands. So don't get too burdened by whatever this is. Just use your discernment. Use your hawk's eye view. Like, wait a second. Look at the bigger picture. Don't just look at the smaller details of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that person just said that. Look at the bigger picture. Wait a second. Is there a pattern here? Where have I seen this before? That kind of stuff. And you are so close to having this like personal fulfillment. You are so close to like kind of transforming your relationships here, transforming how you interact in your relationships, how you have that super like self-confidence. I have solar plexus chakra energy here with this Empress, also heart chakra. So like just making sure that you are doing things in alignment with yourself. And this has all been like a journey. You've worked to this. This isn't just happening today. This has been like a long process that you've worked for, up until this point. So I really hope this was helpful for you. I hope it resonates, and I hope you have a great new moon in Pisces. And I look forward to reading for you again in a couple weeks for the full moon.